Wardens Evka and Antoine answered our letter. They're willing to talk.
In the middle of nowhere?
Where the first warden won't notice. But if they don't listen...
Your distraction worked. Could have said it when we were farther away.
Désolé, I didn't say it was a good plan. Ah, you made it!
Antoine, Evka, it's been a while.
Yes, and Harding, it's good to see you again.
I hear you've been causing problems.
I'm trying to stop it. Not my fault the first warden has a stick up his ass.
And you wonder why he doesn't like you.
He barely likes us. What's going on?
It's the elven gods. They're real, and they're changing the blight. Darkspawn too. You must have heard of Demetis Crossing. The blight there was unlike anything I've seen, and it hit too fast. Whatever comes next, it's bad.
A change? Manipulation could explain it. We've been looking into oddities with the blight ourselves, and it's altered. I can feel it.
Then you believe me?
You're a lot of things, Rook, and a good warden's one of them. You wouldn't lie about this.
Thanks. Just thanks.
We're with you. Now, let's see what we can do.
If the blight's changed, we need our order. The first warden likes us more than you, but that's not saying much.
If he thinks what happened to that village was an aberration, a further hunch from Evka and myself won't win him over.
We need more proof.
If the Darkspawn are changing, Davrin might help. Even among wardens, he's known as a monster hunter. He got pulled on a mission, not sure what, but it's farther into the mountains. We can get you a rough location.
I married someone with good advice. You find Davrin, and we'll keep after the blight.
3 wardens. It's more than we had yesterday.
The best 3 for chasing the unusual. And soon 4 if you find Davrin.
Let's make it happen. We'll see you soon.
Well, I'd say we found the camp. So did some Darkspawn, looks like.
They left the fire burning.
Were they ambushed?
Easy, boy.
I'll be damned. A griffon.
Trouble is, he's not sure what you are. Neither am I.
Rook. Evka and Antoine sent us. We're looking for Davrin.
You found him. Mind telling me why you smell like Darkspawn? Griffons hunt Darkspawn.
Easy. I'm a warden too. We found blight on the tent. You've had company.
Where are Lancet and Remy?
The camp was empty when we got here.
Hassan, to the trees!
We can help.
Another warden couldn't hurt. Try to keep up.
Their blood is mine.
So it can talk.
I'll spill mine before that happens.
And I'll collect, Warden, on both of you.
No one needs to spill anyone's blood. We just want the griffons.
They were never yours. Mortal threats are a dull blade.
There are only 13 griffins alive in Thetis. That monster just took 12 of them.
What if we could help get them back?
I'd ask, what's the catch?
I need a monster hunter. For the blight to end all blights.
The first warden agreed to this?
He'd rather arrest us.
If you're lucky. When has he ever gone easy?
The first warden's fighting the wrong war.
Well, you did save Hassan back there, so you're no lightweight. And if you can help get the other griffins back...
He likes the idea.
He's hoping you brought food. All right. Come on, Hassan. Let's get to know our new friends. So this is where you live, huh? In the Fade?
Yeah, it's cozy. And the gods can't find us here.
Right. Never going to get used to that.
We'll find you and Hassan a nice...
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
How did Weisshaupt find Hassan and the others?
I only got involved in this a little while ago. Most wardens are still in the dark. Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
I've always wondered about our history with griffins. Their emblem is everywhere.
I could swear Hassan knows it too. Gives him a big head. Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Even for a griffin, it has to be hard losing your brothers and sisters.
They're a talkative bunch, always squawking at each other. Maybe it means something? Lancet and Remy would know what to do. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum, sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloom Howler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Doesn't seem right that they'd go extinct twice.
Not if I have anything to say about it. You sure you'll have time to help? You've got a lot on your plate. Elgernon and Ghilan'nain. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thetis. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Every life in Thetis depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
pretty much at the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along. It's fleas, isn't it? What'd I tell you?
Actually, I think it's a truffle.
Huh.
Maybe the nugs like truffles. Could Hassan know that if you follow them, you might find truffles?
Are you really that smart, boy?
Seems pretty clever to me.
If only you'd be clever enough to listen.
Well, you're still getting to know each other. Remember, Turlum. Remy was probably right. Remember how she said he needed a lighter touch?
If I go soft on him, the world would chew him up.
Let's give you both a chance and see if he can find any more of these.
I'll be damned. Follow the nugs.
Like I said, he's a clever one.
Might make a tracker out of you yet. Hungry? What? It's gingerwort. Eat it.
Remember, light touch.
I mean, it's dessert fit for a prince. See?
He'll be fine. He just has a strong spirit. Let him grow into it.
Might not have time for that. With Lancet and Remy gone, if something happens to me, he'll have to stand on his own.
So, don't let anything happen to you.
We're both wardens. Death's around every corner. Not that I don't enjoy punching it squarely in the face.
I like that confidence.
That's how you win.
It's not all about winning. Sometimes I enjoy the pursuit, too.
Ah, the thrill of the chase. Okay, boy. That's enough for one day.
Oh, but he's having fun.
He overeats, and you'll find out how fun griffon puke is.
Hassan, you heard him. Let's go. Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
Well, when the army of miniature monsters invade, we'll know how to beat them.
Size is nothing. A Rygar can ruin your day with one bite. The poison swells your brain.
That could explain Solus.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Who are you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Teventer, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Ravane thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
What do you care? Jealous?
Course not. I just think the experts should have some actual expertise. Tosh could learn a thing or two.
Ouch.
I get it. She knows dragons. But what about fighting a Sylvan or a Dartmonger? Don't tell me I'm using the wrong blade.
I like a hunt with some challenge to it.
What's your quarry?
I'm thinking a Grey Warden. Maybe an elf. Maybe both. I can't decide.
That too much to handle?
It's best if you keep him guessing.
Well, You'll need special bait to lure that sort out. Doesn't just fall for anything.
Noted. So where's the Gloom Howler in all this?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. He'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half lion, half eagle swim?
Don't know. Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. See you around. It looks like our boy Asan is feeling his oats. Or whatever griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it. When he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloom Howler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
Never be a deer. Good to know.
He'd probably leave them alone.
Probably.
You and I see a deer. Maybe he sees venison souffle. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Asan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy Davrin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that?
Most of my life I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Asan, his brothers and sisters, still young, pure.
You're worried?
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
I'd like to think everyone can find a new path. Even griffins.
Just wish I knew what it was.
Doesn't every good parent?
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Hurlock, that's on me. If it's Asan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about. Trust Asan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Asan, it's bad manners to not answer someone.
Right. So what brings you by?
Nice to have a fellow warden on the team. Our paths may not have crossed at Weisshaupt, but we have one experience in common.
Ah, the joining.
The moment they handed us a chalice with archdemon blood.
And the moment we took a sip.
What were we thinking?
My head was exploding. You tell me.
I was thinking, what's happening? I'm dead and don't know it.
I did know it, and I was pissed. If I was going to die drinking, why couldn't it be 100-year-old brandy?
The first warden drank it all.
Good times.
Yeah. Though I can't say I've got it all worked out, being a warden.
Feeling lost?
Well, I find out we've secretly raised griffons this whole time, and you get to play with them? How did I miss that meeting?
Nothing personal. I only got called in when the Gloomhowler showed up.
What's the problem with our illustrious leader? Is the first warden always a pain, or is it me?
A bit of both. You know he's all about discipline.
And I'm not?
Well...
Okay, so maybe I like to keep things loose.
And the first warden wants everything lashed down tight. I can see why you might feel a little lost.
Sometimes I think about the calling. You hear stories about other wardens who've left for theirs. You're warden, thanks for your long service. Now enjoy the creepy sound in your head.
But don't worry, that's just an archdemon calling out to Darkspawn.
And before he succumbed to that nasty blood you drank way back, how about you spend your final days in the deep roads?
And take a few Darkspawn up while you're at it.
Nice knowing you.
Can't imagine why you'd be feeling lost.
More like our esteemed first warden is an impossible ass.
Let him be. You and I will sort this ourselves.
Not exactly the army of legend.
Legend in the making. You go to war with the army you have. Weisshaupt will come through. Along with a very noisy griffon who'll squawk the enemy to death.
No armor can withstand that.
Don't encourage him.
Won't happen again. See you two around.
Good taste. Okay, that's enough. Quiet now. Fine. Who wants a treat?
You know bribery just encourages bad behavior.
It's only a bribe if I had a treat.
Ah, ends justify the means.
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? And there's your answer.
Come on, guys, give me a break. Rook?
I'm sure a big, strapping warden like you can handle a cat and a misfit skeleton.
What if Manfred bites?
Oh, probably just baby molars. This all sounds like too much fun for me.
Wait, you can't just leave me with the...
Good luck with that.
Rook, welcome to the Hossberg wetlands. I'd say make yourself comfortable.
I could sense blight before we were through the Illuvian. What's happening?
That's the question, isn't it? Oh, one of them.
The blight's always a problem in the Anderfels. It's not strange to find a corrupted patch of forest or swamp.
What is strange is the sudden surge of blight through the Hossberg wetlands. Much like the village you found. The blight here struck too quickly, and in strange forms.
It's choked the whole area, and the local village, Lavendel, was caught in it. But they're survivors. We can be grateful for that.
How many people are here? We need to help them.
Of course. FK and I are doing what we can.
So you keep your eye on the big picture for now.
As far as we can tell, the gods you're chasing weren't here directly.
If the Blight's really changed, then the changes are widespread. As for how much...
I can almost sense something in there. Another sound under the Blight's usual song.
Sensing the blight is one thing. What you're saying is... concerning.
When we met, you tried to block the sound out. Now you hear too much.
If it helps, that's what we're here for.
Should I be worried?
About me? No. About the Blight? Yes. But you already are.
We heard rumors of the surge here and volunteered to investigate. The first warden expects a report. Soon.
If we want proof the Blight's changed, then this place is where to find it.
But the way the Blight left the village, we've had our hands full just keeping it back and helping the sick.
You need more to study.
Yes. The odd growths the Blight has formed, like boils, they surround Lavendel. I need more samples.
So you two are studying the blight?
We already had a reputation for following the weird stuff.
And it's only gotten weirder.
To help, we need to know what we're dealing with.
It's a good thing another warden showed up.
Even if it's you.
You collapse a building to seal off Darkspawn one time.
And get us all in trouble.
Worth it. You know we like you, so be careful out there.
I will. I'll be back as soon as I can. Lavendel Village. Whatever happened here looks like Demetta's crossing.
It's still standing, and I'll fight to keep it that way.
Got a sample. I'm guessing they'll need more than one.
Knowing how Antoine experiments, yes.
Everyone all right?
Nothing a pair of wardens can't handle.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the Blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And Rook? I believed you, but to hear it? I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the Blight.
We knew things were bad. But if the Blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First Warden,
You were told to stay away. Or does your allegiance to us no longer matter?
My allegiance is to all of Thedas. If you won't listen...
Finish that thought, and I promise you'll pay the price for your insolence.
Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. She's telling the truth. The Blight has changed. And that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
I took the same vows as you. We're on the same side.
You're on thin ice. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the Blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weisshaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
I'm a warden. I know what I'm doing. Why won't he listen?
You're a good warden, And don't catch yourself thinking otherwise.
Maybe. But I need the Order's help.
There's you, Davrin, me, and Antoine. We make it work with the four of us. You and Davrin work with your new friends. Antoine and I will track Darkspawn and the Blight.
In so-called peace, vigilance. If we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
We should take a break. Back to the Lighthouse for a bit.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
You need to head back to Weisshaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weisshaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an Archdemon with them.
The other Archdemons are dead. Only Razakael and Lusakon live. So which one is it?
No one has a good look yet. Makes it hard to tell. Rook, if the gods have an Archdemon, Warden lore says Archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus, see if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move. Everyone suit up. All hands for this one.
Still can't believe it. They're attacking Weisshaupt? The Warden's unprepared for that.
The gods are going straight for the throat. Unless we cut theirs first.
Just get me close enough.
Whatever you do, make them pay.
I always collect.
Who gets to tell the First Warden we're dropping in? I was hoping to skip that part.
They've got an alluvian in storage down in the vault. It was a gift from the Dalish.
Ours should go right to it. Probably. I think.
Let's get to it then. We sneak into Weisshaupt nice and quiet. No one sees us. We look around for Antoine and Evka.
Was there a plan after that?
Take out a god. End this today.
This isn't the vault.
Oh crap. They moved the alluvian.
It didn't break.
You call that nice and quiet?
Sorry! Catch up when you can!
Darkspawn outside!
Darkspawn? In Weisshaupt?
Just outside the door.
Stay out of sight.
Mila.
Sit tight, Mila. We'll be back.
I wield the power of the blight. Today, you face the finest child of the gods.
Ghilan'nain. And she brought a dragon.
Worse! That's an Archdemon!
We have to get inside!
The war room isn't far.
Stick close, Mila.
Davrin, what's wrong?
Wardens! We can sense an Archdemon. I can hear the calling.
I hear it too. It's splitting. We'll just push through it.
Good luck.
Archdemons attacking the north wall!
Signal a retreat! Fall back to the trap!
Can't see the signal fires through the smoke!
Try the horns!
The Archdemon's too
No
loud!
one's retreating.
There's no choice, sir. We're under siege. We have to fall back to the dragon trap.
Forget the trap. Send word to Commander Janos. Rally outside the wall.
Janos is dead.
Rook, what are you doing here?
What does it look like? You need help, and I think we—
You can figure it out in the dungeon. Arrest them.
No, you need to listen to them. We are under attack by a god.
Do you hear yourself? There's no such thing. Stop finding excuses to be a coward. We'll stop the enemy outside the walls.
The enemy is outside the window!
Grey Wardens don't hide in our castle. I won't ask good soldiers to turn tail and run. We're an army of steel, holding back the blight. Order every blade out of Weisshaupt.
We'll all die, sir.
That's an order, Warden.
Can't say I didn't try.
No! Listen to Rook. That's an order. Okay, Rook. I assume you have a plan.
This dragon trap. Tell me about it.
It was built 900 years ago to stop an Archdemon, but...
Get down! Where's the trap?
Other side of the fortress, but it's never been used.
It only has to work once. Let's go! Rook! Get your asses in here! We're coming! We're coming! You're alive. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
If this door doesn't hold, all bets are off.
What about the dragon trap?
The trap will work. Take it from a blacksmith. You set it off and get out of the way.
Dad!
Mila!
I told you not to get lost.
Hope she wasn't too much trouble.
The right kind of trouble. She saved our butts.
Anytime.
The real problem is getting that dragon to land.
Lucanus, the dagger. I guarantee this will get Ghilan'nain's attention.
And then?
She sends the Archdemon after me, we trap it, Davrin kills it, and Lucanus, you take your shot.
Just like that.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Is this one you can win?
I mean to find out.
Right. Then let's do this. While the Wardens still listen to me.
Evka, you're alive.
The Blight and I had a little disagreement. I'll rally the others. Someone decked the first Warden and left me in charge.
I was practicing for an Archdemon. Let's get to it.
I know a way to the trap.
When you trap the Archdemon, a Grey Warden has to kill it. Is that how it works?
Yeah, and died doing it.
What?
It's complicated, but every warden is prepared for the sacrifice. I'm ready.
I'm a Warden too.
But you're the warden leading this outfit. People need you alive. Has to be me that kills it. Maybe they'll hang my portrait in here someday.
It's not over yet.
Will be soon enough.
And Lucanus? He still needs a shot at Ghilan'nain.
That's why we came here.
There's a question of how. She's in the sky.
One impossible thing at a time. And now, I die. Hey, Ghilan'nain! Come down here and fight! Davrin.
Give Hassan a hug for me.
Stand down, Warden. My war, my glory.
The Wardens will remember you as the leader who choked.
Not when you're all admiring my statue. As supreme authority of Weisshaupt, I hereby declare this blight at an end!
Racing heart, ragged breath, a waste of useful blood! Lassa, Hedlin, Galara!
Give me another shot.
Too late! Back to the Alluvian! Is it working?
I hope so.
Best odds all day!
Evka sent word. Last of the civilians made it to Lavendel. Janos and his people held the line long enough for them to escape Weisshaupt. And the Wardens are in Lavendel too.
What's left of them, you mean? Over 1,000. That's how many fellow Wardens I had. And now, one god, one Archdemon. That's all it took to nearly wipe out our entire order.
I promise you, Davrin, we'll make Ghilan'nain pay. For every warden she killed, every child left alone, there will be a reckoning.
How? We all saw what she did. That's beyond our...
We killed her Archdemon, though. That's something, isn't it?
That's an incredibly rare accomplishment.
Yeah, after it turned into a snake monster with too many heads. Are all blighted dragons gonna do that? I don't know how to fight that.
Well, at least we've made Ghilan'nain mortal.
Mortal or immortal, doesn't matter if we can't get close enough. We had our shot at her, and we missed.
Say what you mean, Davrin. I missed.
Nobody blames you for that, Lucanus.
Yeah? Maybe I do. This crow has a demon inside him, right?
Now, that's not...
How do we know we can trust him? Maybe the demon pulled his punches.
Okay, hold on. Now we're getting...
And you, Warden? What about the blight that runs through your veins? The same blight that chokes my city. The same blight that Ghilan'nain commands so effortlessly.
Just a moment, please.
Enough! Stop arguing. We've got no chance if we turn on each other. Chaos helps the gods and hurts this team. it will get us killed one by one. So get it together. We need to figure out how to defeat them.
We're all in agreement on that point, Rook. But the question remains, how? We barely survived against one of the gods.
I nearly had her.
Nearly. But spite is a creature of raw emotion. Your turmoil over what befell Treviso feeds him. Both of you vying for control. It's no wonder you missed such a rare opportunity.
I think we've all been distracted.
I've been preoccupied myself after discovering that hand of glory.
And I can't stop worrying about my new magic and what it means.
Or what the Venatori are up to in Docktown.
Until those problems are resolved, we will not be prepared to face the gods. A moment of inattention, a single lapse, could prove fatal, and the gods will allow no second chances.
He's right, Rook.
We're not in this fight alone, though. We have allies and friends in all sorts of places.
Doesn't do us much good if we can't find the gods.
Harding, can you send word to Evka? See if she has any rested scouts?
Scouts? Why?
The darkspawn that attacked Weisshaupt had to come from somewhere. I bet they'll be headed back there. Following them should at least put us on the gods' trail.
Got it.
As for the rest of...
Look, nothing against Emmrich. He's right about needing focus. But what happened at Weisshaupt? That was more than a distraction.
So is what happened to Treviso. What the blight has done to the city, to its people. These are more than distractions, Rook.
Either way, we all need to step back. Clear our heads. Davrin, about Weisshaupt. One less Archdemon in the world. At least you made them pay.
It wasn't enough. That's Renaud. Malmont. Anya. We used to argue. Who'd be the one to take an Archdemon down? Who'd die so that others could live? Not sure any of us believed it'd actually happen.
When the moment came, you did the Wardens proud.
Did I? Because I'm still here. They're not.
This whole mess is my battle more than anyone else's. I should have died before they did.
Can't help but wonder. Maybe a warden who survives an Archdemon is no warden at all.
It's in your blood. Our blood. No escaping it.
But we just did.
Who knows what happened? Maybe the gods changed things and the old rules don't apply. Why is being alive a problem?
Because I didn't expect to be here. Grey Wardens have an expiration. It pushed me.
There's more fight to go.
And if we manage to pull that off?
You'll do what you do best. Hunt monsters.
Plenty of people can do that. I'm talking purpose. I feel like a blade sharpened all these years to confront the worst darkness in the world. And my blade struck true at Weisshaupt. What now?
Well, you'll raise Asan to create a world where the light outshines the darkness.
Yeah? Well, let me tell you. That will require a lot more gingerwort truffles.
If you want company, I'll be there.
I was kind of hoping you'd say that.
Just kinda?
Well, I'm not that easy to catch.
Hey, I know a griffon. He'll hunt you down.
No, you're in on this too, boy?
I don't think you're ever shaking him loose.
I can live with that.
While you sort that out, maybe you and Lucanus can try to bury the hatchet?
Yeah,
He had a rough time of it, too.
I know. That was an incredible shot he took at Ghilan'nain.
Then tell him that. Because fighting each other won't help us defeat the gods.
But we've got help. The Wardens, Shadow Dragons, Crows, Veil Jumpers, we're all in this together.
We are. But they've all got their own problems. If we want their help, we have to help them first.
Is that a plan I hear, Foreman?
I think it could be. Thanks, Davrin. How are you two holding up?
After Weisshaupt, people are injured, grieving. As are we.
Be careful, all right? There's enough wardens on the list of the dead.
When I left with Varric, I know some wardens thought I was...
Reckless? A show-off? A loose cannon?
Thanks for catching me up.
You do what you have to.
Why change now? Just remember, you're not the only one fighting. Too lonely that way.
Hey, Davrin. We gonna talk about Weisshaupt?
Not by choice.
What the crap was that Archdemon? You all said it was a dragon.
I don't know.
I joined up to fight dragons, not whatever that was. Had too many heads.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what the gods are doing. All I know is that Ghilan'nain is still alive, and a lot of wardens aren't.
Oh. We'll kick her ass next time.
Thanks, Tosh.
The Dalish don't have hunters?
What? Of course they do.
Then you didn't have to leave to be a monster hunter.
Being a hunter in a Dalish clan wouldn't have been the same. They spent all their time talking about the past. And when you're a kid, daily history lessons are the opposite of a good time. Same old lore repeated to the next generation and the next, and I didn't like where I fit with that.
Like me having to learn Qunari stuff.
What?
My mother made me learn Qunari history. Old books and clay pots and stuff. It smelled like dust.
Right? I was a kid. I wanted to have adventures, fighting evil in exotic lands. Wasn't much chance of that in my clan. They kept talking about honoring the hunt, the sacred connection to the forest, unity in nature.
That's not so bad.
I didn't say I was the brightest kid.
The Gloom Howler is working with Darkspawn. I should help Davrin when he learns more about it. Something wrong?
I got a message. A place called the Cauldron was attacked.
I've heard that name around Weisshaupt. Never knew what it was.
You do. It's a secret Warden readout of some kind. No idea what goes on there.
Then why are you involved?
Because whatever attacked it sounds like the Gloom Howler.
Then let's get rid of it.
Had the same thought. What's left of the Wardens are still licking their wounds. So we handle this alone. Just go to the Cauldron and get the griffons back. You have to promise to behave, boy. Listen to every word I say, stay out of trouble, don't do anything dumb, and don't eat any.
I think we get the point. What happened to, he'll learn by doing, sink or swim?
Yeah? But what if he sinks? I'm supposed to be the bodyguard, keep that feathery butt safe.
Oh, look who's got a soft spot.
He kind of grows on you.
So do you.
It's that famous Grey Warden charm.
You could be...
Should have known it was too quiet.
Maybe that Turlum idea, that unity between Warden and Griffin, starts by having faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. All talons and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
As long as he backs it up.
Davrin, for all your worry about me, you've got your own problems.
I'll take them any day over being possessed.
You're a warden. You've got actual blight inside you.
So you know a few Warden's secrets.
Your blood reacts to darkspawn and can drive you mad when Archdemon shows up. And if you survive that, you eventually wander alone into the deep roads to die.
That's the vow I took.
Until you snap. I've seen it happen.
Not me.
Done. So, what do we have here?
A dumping ground. Looks like every dangerous artifact or weapon the Wardens ever came across.
Are they connected to the Gloomhowler?
Wouldn't mind having some of this stuff for myself.
Don't even think about it. If it's also dangerous the Wardens locked it away, we're not touching anything.
This is going well. Surrounded by friends.
Surrounded by sharp claws. Whoever you are, face me!
What are you?
A ward against the darkness.
You are the darkness. You're a monster.
To those who made me,
Where are the other griffons?
I liberated them.
They don't belong to you.
The Grey Wardens failed them.
Grey Wardens rid the world of horrors like you.
They created the horrors. The bones of griffons abandoned in this cauldron. Proud warriors forgotten.
Who are you?
Their salvation. The blood offers protection.
Archdemon blood? You're blighting them?
Protecting them. The same blood runs through your veins, Warden. Join with us and honor their future.
I die first!
Then this is your tomb.
Damn it. The Gloomhowler's gone.
It's okay. Let it go.
That thing needed to die. Today.
Then how would we find where it's keeping the other griffins? No. We have to keep our heads here. Never hunt things you don't understand. The Gloomhowler is more than a monster.
Your quarry, your call.
I got what I needed. The sun stripped a piece of its clothing. Gives me something to go on. Even though I told you to stay put.
He did save you.
He could have been killed.
He cares about you. That's part of Turlum, right?
Well, I suppose that was good form, extending your talons. That'll leave a scratch. Yeah. You're getting the hang of things. Now let's go, boy. This place is pure evil.
Davrin. Doing some renovations?
Building a trophy cabinet. The figures I'm carving.
Anyone ever tell you you're a very talented man?
A few people. But I like hearing it from you the most.
Do you?
Listen, Rook. A warden has to figure out what they want in their life. So tell me, do you see us headed anywhere together? Or is it a hopeless chase?
I can see us heading somewhere together someday. Hunting, being hunted.
And which did you have in mind?
You tell me.
All in good time. I never spooked the quarry. Not when I'm so
Close.
Still need to snare me.
I'm a very good hunter.
I'm seeing that.
Hassan, you know it's not feeding time yet.
I think he disagrees. See you later. Hi there, boy.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davrin, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Deathsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word. For covenant. Like a promise. Or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow. Then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffons and Warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a Warden. It's one of us.
Hunting a monster is one thing, but a warden gone bad? What will it do to the griffons?
It kept talking about saving them. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmrich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
Hey, Davrin. The Gloom Howler wants to blight all the griffons?
Looks that way.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna get him back.
Thanks, Tosh.
You'll find them, the other griffons. I know you will.
I appreciate your faith in me. Hope it's not misplaced.
It isn't. I've seen it. The way you care for Hassan, you teared through 3 archdemons for him and for his family. So I know you'll find them.
Means more mouths to feed.
It's the risk of the path we've chosen. Sorrow and anger waiting in abundance. Familiarity rarely dulls their teeth.
Right. Spend enough time as a warden and you'll see plenty of death. Thought I'd gotten used to it. But Weisshaupt...
You blame yourself. If you'd been faster or fought harder. If you hadn't missed your best shot at the architect of all that misery.
You did your best. Both of you.
We all did. Just means our best must be better.
It will be. Next time, we'll be ready.
Count on it.
You two done fighting then? I can't have you at each other's throats.
Lucanus is still an assassin. Kills people for money.
And Davrin's still self-righteous. Judgmental, too. Typical warden. Ah, no offense.
If we let that get in the way of stopping the gods...
We won't. We cannot.
I need all of you at your best. No petty squabbles.
Returning from Treviso has put much into perspective. Our arguments, our personal problems, it's as Emmrich says. They hold us back.
We won't stop the gods while other worries weigh us down.
I'm pleased my words provided clarity on how we all felt. Now, if I may suggest...
Rook, I've been looking for you.
Something wrong?
Evka sent word. They found something.
Right then. Rest of you find Tosh and Nev. Let's go see what the Wardens have to share.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon. What's the situation out here?
Could be better. The Darkspawn attack, then immediately withdraw. But they never hit the same place twice. They're testing our defenses for weaknesses. Darkspawn aren't supposed to be that smart. But it's not really them thinking, is it? I don't know about you, Rook, but my oath didn't mention fighting gods. The first Warden called this the blight to end all blights. He might be right.
We took the same oath, drank from the same chalice. In war, victory. Wars don't come bigger than this. So let's go for victory. Which means putting down that blighted dragon.
Right. We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby. Probably licking its wounds after its fight with you. We've got ballistas ready with clear shots on the tower. But it won't come into the open. Already lost 11 Wardens trying to pry it out.
Only another dragon can fight a dragon in a tight space. Anything else gets shredded. No room to dodge or keep your distance. We need to lure her out to have any chance.
How do we do that?
Get me inside the tower. I've got a call that'll grab her attention.
Works for me. I sent word to the Shadow Dragons. Thought they might want another shot at this thing. Besides, figured they owed you one after you helped drive it off the last time.
And?
Haven't heard back yet. We reached out to the Veil Jumpers too, but they've got their own problems with the Venatori. Looks like it's just us.
Then let's get to it.
Okay, here's where we stand. Wardens Janie and Rodri are keeping people out of the battlefield. I don't think anyone local will test their luck with a dragon, but we're taking no chances. They've already got orders to let you through.
Good. Rest of you can head to the walls. Give the Wardens all the support you can.
Of course, Rook.
Good luck. To all of us.
Rook, I heard you were coming.
Dragon's right this way. Careful though, nasty creature. It's already killed 11 Wardens.
That's why we brought our dragon hunter. We fought this thing before and don't want to take any chances this time around.
Agreed. You'll find it straight ahead. Good luck, Rook. We're ready when you are.
She's still a dragon under all that blight. A wounded and angry dragon.
Meaning?
That lair is a death trap. She'll rip us apart. So we challenge her, draw the dragon out into the open, then attack.
Sounds good.
Just make sure everyone is ready.
Are you ready?
I've got this. Just you and me now.
Everyone! Get ready!
Wardens! Ready ballistas! Wait for it! Wait for it!
Come on. Come on.
Hit the wings! Force her to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls!
Let's go!
Second dragon!
Press the attack! Bring that first one down!
Vaughn!
Ghilan'nain.
Mortals! You defied me at Weisshaupt! Stole my Archdemon! I will have blood for that! Be healed, my pet! The blight grants you new life. Bring me their bodies once you are finished.
Viper!
Thought you could use a hand. Fire!
You're late!
Didn't want to arrive without a gift. Enchanted ballista bolts. You'll even pierce blighted dragon hide. Let's bring them down, Rook!
For Weisshaupt! Got it!
Confidence, eagerness, all for naught. You think that blight is death. It is raw potential, a perfect tool of creation.
No! She's reanimating the dragons! We have to stop her! Ghilan'nain's wounded! Press the attack!
Oh, sister. Do not be blinded by righteous anger.
They stole Razakel from me, Algernon. My greatest creation!
A thrall is easily replaced. You are not. Without you, the blight is a brute weapon. Only your hands mold it into life.
The mortals deserve worse. But we have crucial work in Arth.
After it is complete, one resists.
The Dread Wolf's influence. His presence lingers.
Ever defiant. For now.
You know what lesson I learned again today?
What's that?
Never bet against Rook. You can find the twisting path through any problem.
God still got away. And now Elgernon's pissing everywhere to show everyone how big he is.
We came to kill a dragon, yes? And instead, we killed a bear.
That took 2 of the gods' pieces off the board.
And we have our revenge. And so does Treviso.
We won the day. Can't take that from us. But the dragons are only weapons. The wielder is still out there.
How do we find them? The gods, I mean.
Ghilan'nain's the key to their plan. Elgernon said as much. And Ghilan'nain mentioned Arlethan.
When was that?
After Elgernon cast his spell. I was close enough to hear them. Didn't you say the Veil Jumpers have trouble out there, Evka?
Yeah, with the Venatori. Feels like more than a coincidence.
Finding them will be a challenge. Arlethan's enormous. They could be anywhere.
The Veil Jumpers can help us narrow the search. We help with their Venatori problem. Then odds are good we find the gods' trail.
Good luck. We'll keep watch here.
Yes, much to do. If you have time for Lavendel, there's something I could use help with.
We lost a lot of wardens today. After Weisshaupt, we need to be stronger than this to face the gods.
But we'll do what we can. We always do.
The wardens have your back, Rook. All the way to the end.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one. Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weisshaupt, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the griffon eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the wardens who were caring for the griffons, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the griffons during the 4th blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the first warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why? In what world would we blight our own griffons?
In her diary, Isaiah said the blight was going badly. The wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The griffons fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The griffons became rabid. They turned against the wardens.
So then the first warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every first warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Right along with his stomach.
Right out of the nest, he ate everything in sight. I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffons give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weisshaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something. Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Not while we're around. If Lavendel needs an extra warden, they've got me too.
Of course they do.
No surprise there.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
Save Lavendel, then back to studying the Blight.
Yep, that's it.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
Evka has a plan.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share. Antoine?
What's that?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here, too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, But first, you deserve some thanks. Lavendel is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
I'd suggest we celebrate, but Antoine heard something strange in the blight, and...
It's not music you want to dance to.
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods. But now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know... pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Maybe you should stop listening.
What? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe.
No. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around, devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the size of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
If the two of you were going to open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solus, then?
They don't tell it the way you would.
I mean, it ended with the elven god of lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
You joining us, then?
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Rook's story first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
Eldrin, I got your message.
Oh? Who are you?
It's me, Davrin.
I knew a Davrin once. Strange kid. Too small, even for an elf.
Well, now, hold on.
So, this walking mountain of armor I see before me can't be him.
You sure got old and cranky.
You got old and far too good looking. I was always the lady killer.
This is Rook. We're working together.
Another warden. Can you be trusted around our holler, Rook?
I'd be honored for the chance to earn their trust.
The holler decide that. And if you don't impress them, their antlers let you know. Arlathan Forest is wrong in a way I've never seen.
We know.
The holler aren't coming around, and these old bones aren't up to the task of chasing them anymore. I'm worried they're sick. I need you to check on them for me.
Hassan, I told you.
Is that what I think it is?
I'm looking after him.
Remarkable. A griffin. Never thought I'd see one. Maybe all those summers here rubbed off. The monster hunter turned shepherd.
What was Davrin like back then?
We don't need to waste Eldrin's time with...
He sang a lot.
This guy?
He'd sing to the holler.
You mean the Grey Warden standing next to me?
Now hold on. I'd get tired trying to herd them. I started humming to keep myself awake, and they slowed down to listen.
So naturally, you broke out into song.
Only when humming didn't work. Just getting the job done.
And now the job is caretaker to a griffin.
Davrin's got a soft spot in there. Hassan's digging it out.
Just keeping his nose clean.
Seems my old lesson sunk in. Not every creature in the forest is quarry.
I didn't ignore everything you said. And now, we've got some holler to find.
Davrin, I'm glad to see you took the road less traveled. It suits you.
It looks sick.
It's okay. We're here to help. How do we help?
Look around for more vannerberries. Hassan, don't you even think about going after...
Davrin, remember. Trust.
Right. Turlum. Okay. Hassan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Did Hassan just bring in some food?
He did. I'll be damned. Won't forget that anytime soon. Thank you, Rook. Means a lot to have you here for this.
I wouldn't want to be with anyone else.
Does this mean you decided to take the bait?
I've got some ideas about that. And,
You were saying?
we had the same idea.
You know, being with me means being with him.
It's part of the charm.
Eyes of an eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the heart of a holla.
I'd say you found your Turlum.
Yeah, we did. Come on, boy. You did good.
So, your uncle is quite the character.
Eldrin will drink you under the table, then the floor, then bury you in the basement as a joke. Most of my clan didn't understand why I left. Eldrin had an open mind, saw I was restless.
He approved?
He knew I had to find my own way, though he warned me about joining the Wardens.
Too dangerous?
Too much darkness. Eldrin always preached balance in life.
Not a lot of that at Weisshaupt.
We reek of darkspawn all the time. I guess that's why working with Hassan, there's something to be said for drawing strength from the light.
And you've got me now, too.
I couldn't have asked for a better day.
Any luck?
We found one. Looked sick.
I was afraid of that. If you can find more vannerberries...
Hassan took care of it.
A griffin helped to holler?
It's like he was a shepherd. I couldn't believe it.
Remarkable.
Nothing about that in the training manual.
The world knows griffins as warriors who fought Darkspawn, but they existed long before that.
Existed as what?
A creature of the wild, free to explore their nature.
But griffins live for the hunt.
So do you. Yet now, you're a caretaker.
I'm proof that anything can change. Don't know if it's for the better.
Nothing about change is ever certain. I once knew a restless young elf who believed there was more to life than shoveling hollow manure. It's the nature of nature to surprise us.
Maybe you're right. See you around, Eldrin. You did real good against the Gloomhowler boy. Just be careful. Still a lot to learn. You're getting there. Back to what we were saying.
So the Gloomhowler turns out to be an inside job?
Hard to believe. She was a warden, and she blighted all the griffons.
For the greater good, I'm sure.
Except no one bothered to ask the griffons. Hey, Rook. Have time for something outside the lighthouse? I was going to head to Arlethan with Hassan. See a real sky again. I was hoping you'd keep me company.
A romantic picnic, huh? This is a surprise.
Evka and Antoine's doing. They told me after all the wardens have been through, and what's ahead, that I should take a break.
I'm surprised you actually listened.
You know how sad Antoine can look?
So what did you pack for the picnic?
Emmrich helped me brew a gingerwort truffle tea. I thought we'd see what all the fuss is about.
I'm happy you're getting a chance to unwind, Davrin.
I was thinking the same about you.
Me?
You take on a lot, Rook. If I can take your mind off it for an afternoon, I'll be a happy man. That's not bad.
It's gingery, but also garlic, hints of mushroom, something else. Well, I've never eaten a worm, but yeah, it is a little earthy. Wait, what? There! Davrin!
What?
Hassan just talked to me.
Huh? What did he say?
No, not that. What you said before.
Emmrich said gingerwort might have some kind of magical properties.
More than might.
Maybe it affects some people more than others. You all right, Rook?
I think that whatever this is will pass.
And I thought this would be a break.
It's the company that's important. I always relax better with you around.
I feel the same way.
Then it's a strange picnic, but a good date.
Rook, up for a quick trip? I figured it'd be good to check in with Evka. See how the wardens are doing without us. Evka, any word out of the deep roads?
Not yet. We're kicking at rocks looking for Isaiah. Anyone who knows anything about...
Griffons? Aerials of the Grey Wardens? They went extinct during the Exalted Age.
Hassan says hello.
That sounded more like he's hungry.
It's all the same to him.
Been trying to teach him new words, and feed me is his favorite.
Can I ride him?
Let's give him a few years to grow. How's his training, Davrin?
Better than I hoped. We're starting to see eye to eye. Hoping it'll make it easier with his brothers and sisters when we find them.
There's more?
A whole family.
Can't wait to have them with us. After Weisshaupt, the wardens need hope. Something real, something pure. Having the griffons at our side would be like old friends coming home.
They weren't always treated like friends.
I know. What Isaiah did won't be forgotten.
What happened?
Let's just say the Wardens didn't always take good care of them.
A mistake will never repeat. Asan and the others will be treated like respected warriors. We'll rebuild together.
We'll hold you to that.
You have my word.
I can help raise them. And my dad can forge griffon armor.
Hear that, Asan? You'll always have a home with us. Let me know how it goes finding the rest of the flock, or pride, or...
How about Feather Brigade? We'll stay in touch.
Dad, can I borrow some of your tools?
What for?
Leah, she's a tailor. There's a crack in her wall. It's going to leak. You showed me how to help with that.
All right. Take what you need.
Hey, Mila. Lavendel doing all right?
I think so.
I've noticed Asan's been rather moody lately.
He's jealous.
Is it because you and Rook are spending more time in each other's company?
You heard?
There were signs, small glances, intakes of breath. Though Harding also told me.
I wouldn't call the glances small, but she's right.
That's wonderful to hear.
Darling, Garas Lassa, darling. Dear child, you were born into obscurity. Sorrow etched on your bones. I see you. I feel your pain.
A voice in my head, but not an archdemon.
The world will not remember your sacrifice, Warden. But I see your worth.
He's making promises, tempting me.
He's telling me he'll get the griffons back.
What a terrible form of immortality has fallen upon Essaya.
Gloomhaupt, Essaya, should have died ages ago, Warden or not.
Why does the blight kill most people it touches, yet infuse a few with this dreadful vitality?
No idea. If I ever go bad like that, have Taj breathe on me, go out in a blaze. Rook, Evka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Essaya.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
It's still spreading, and it's still killing people. Seems our job is the same.
At least the part that matters.
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendel battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear whispers in the blight. More than me and Evka. Are you...
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
So we kill this eruption. It can die, right?
That's the hope. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendel might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
It's a plan. I didn't miss the part where Antoine said the alchemical flame is mostly stable.
I'll make sure the containers are sealed.
Maybe don't bang them together.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
Lucas Cruyson, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Wardens don't come back from the calling.
No, this is the first I've heard of.
The long walk into darkness. Whispers of the old gods, drawing Wardens down into the deep roads.
Never to be heard from again.
Until now.
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes. But no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
That's one tough warden.
I've never heard of this before. Someone coming back.
Except the Gloom Howler. Warden Cruyson, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The deep roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
Her ideas just get better by the minute, don't they?
She's dangerous. Gathering her forces. Griffons are there. Not much time.
Lucas.
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the deep roads. It's time we flush the sewers. This is it, where Warden Cruyson came back from his calling. Easy, boy.
He senses Darkspawn?
That, and the griffons. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt.
I don't understand why Gloomhowler would...
Isaiah.
Why would Isaiah bring the rest of the griffons to the deep roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own griffons.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron? That's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. Will you join us?
Join what, exactly?
The those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're supposed to be killing Darkspawn, not living with them.
She showed us another way.
Is she a Seiya?
Names fade. The song endures. Will you join us?
Right after you joined my fist.
I'm not used to fighting our own.
What has Isaiah done to them?
I don't know, but the blight's taken hold. Hassan, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we, anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weisshaupt.
Darkspawn!
And Warden!
Fighting together? Warden, what's wrong with you?
Oh, Weisshaupt!
You conspire with fiends of darkness? Snap out of this, Wardens. They say it's evil. You're following a monster.
This place is like a caricature of Weisshaupt. They can't be trying to rebuild it.
Even blighted, they must still remember being Grey Wardens.
Old memories linger. Echoes of them anyway. Twisted by a Seiya.
First Warden?
Rook, I'm never to be rid of you.
All this going on, and I'm the problem?
You started the whole bloody mess.
How did you wind up here?
Ghilan'nain did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
Nothing will stop me. We'll defend Weisshaupt to the death.
Weisshaupt? You mean this place?
It stood for centuries. None will breach its defenses.
Weisshaupt was destroyed. You're not First Warden anymore. Stand down, sir.
What treachery is this? Send reinforcements to the North Wall! Rally on my signal!
What are you talking about?
The griffons will repel these invaders.
Where are they? What did she do with them?
Stop questioning my orders, Warden! 50 lashes for insubordination!
He's just like the others. He's too far gone.
What do we do?
Set him free. Even he deserves some mercy.
These wardens are long lost. The only way we can help them now is to lay them to rest.
They managed maps here, all across Thedas. Looks like battle plans.
Seiya's ambitious. I'll give her that. I don't believe it.
I know. Weishaupt's dungeon.
What inhuman industry! It's like some feverish nightmare!
The real dungeon in Weisshaupt usually had drunk wardens sleeping at all.
I might have spent a few nights there.
Now they're housing a Darkspawn army. I know. I missed you too, boy. I promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any ginger wort truffles.
Hassan! Your brothers and sisters are waiting!
A blood ritual! If she finishes, she'll blight the griffons!
We have to get in there!
I don't see the griffons.
They're up at the top, past all this blight. No time to lose. We have to get this gate open, or they'll all die.
More blighted Grey Wardens!
I see them. Keep attacking the boils.
He interrupted the ritual.
Hit her while she's vulnerable.
and you die!
I'm giving him his freedom.
How? By killing him?
By releasing him.
We know who you are. Isaiah. A Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the griffons. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the griffons will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
And we're the blade that smashes the shield.
You were a Grey Warden. Act like one. Be the light in the darkness. Or die, here and now.
The darkness offers protection. So it must be.
A song, like an arrow! Who's ready to go home?
I don't know what makes me happier. That we pulled this off, or that we did it together.
Most of my life, I've gone it alone. With you, I never want to go back.
Side by side's more fun.
Now I just need to figure out what to do with the Feather Brigade.
What'd you have in mind?
That's where you come in. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens, continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the Eyrie for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them. A protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. She risked her life for these griffins. Whatever she feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
With so many things in our world changing, I think now is the time for griffins to try something new. They've served the Wardens well, which is why I know they'll do the same for Arlathan Forest. I've seen a different side to them. The shepherd, protecting creatures in our world who are often forgotten. As a warden, I'll be sad to see them go. But the griffins' new home should be among the trees.
Well said.
The forest and everything that lives there thanks you.
Son. I love you, boy. I don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy. Welcome home!
How about thanking Rook for all the help?
Come here. What's that you say? I can ride you all over Thetis when you're big enough?
Hey now.
That's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some gingerwort tea?
Ah.
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the griffons would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
Eldrin and the Dalish will take good care of them. It's the best choice for the griffons. And I bet Asan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
A griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
Does all of them have a lot of truffles?
Probably. Why?
For the griffins. Davrin, Dad says the griffins are okay.
Yeah, they're doing great.
So, the other griffins, you decided what to do with them, right?
Yeah, they'll be happier in the forest. And who knows, maybe they'll drop in if we need them.
Right, oh, that's great, but just to be sure, you didn't find an extra one, did you?
But Laura, you can't have a griffin.
I didn't say anything.
You don't have to.
What is that the blight eruption?
Oh, wow, that's, big.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out.
Rook, it's all right.
The eruption is like an echo in my head.
But we take it down. Together.
No! The blight! Keep going!
We won't give in.
All right, time to destroy this thing. The blight eruption was...
We knew the blight had changed, but I didn't expect that.
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading blight through the wetlands. Farther, maybe. When we hit it...
The way that thing was knotted together, I bet they heard it in Lavendel. So, why did they do it? Make an entire copy of Weisshaupt, I mean.
Probably a memory of home. The last thing they recalled before the blight took over. They were trying to relive that life, but didn't know how.
Well, that's very, very creepy, and also kind of makes sense in a weird way.
The joys of being a warden. Survive the battle, and there's excitement to follow.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you.
Ah, Rook. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption, the blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it, like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I've never seen blight like that, and it felt different, like something under my skin.
Then you sense it too. So much has changed.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Look at you, out here with the flowers, and a moment alone that I walked into the middle of.
You're fine.
Yes, please. Enjoy the flowers.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until their calling, at least.
So the wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but FK and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Do you really think something inside us has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? The blight feels different. We know that already. The sound of it is changing. We know that too.
What that means? We don't know yet.
Are you two doing okay? Seriously.
I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
I'm a Grey Warden. Whatever comes at us next, that's not changing.
Didn't think so.
We continue together.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
A world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
The blight. We really can do something about it.
Of course we can.
Helps to see it's true, though.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his griffon training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlethan?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Do you ever think about your calling?
Wardens will claim they don't, but of course we do.
Everything the Wardens do for us. And their final reward is just one more sacrifice.
When the time comes, the calling's almost a release. The nightmares and the voices are too much. It's when Wardens refuse death that the problems start.
I wish there was something else we could do for them. For you.
We know what we sign up for.
But surely the knowledge you gained...
My champions offer themselves willingly. More works of precision laid low before finding their full potential.
You will have new subjects in recompense, whatever you wish.
Rook's dearest warden. He is half blighted already. I'll see if I could make him crave griffin flesh.
Inspired. Consider it done.
Let her try.
If they touch you, death will be the least of their problems.
I can't believe we've got another Archdemon to deal with.
This time will go better.
It has to.
Do you think you'll survive this one?
I don't know. Getting out of Weisshaupt alive might have been a fluke.
It cannot be. Asan needs you. I wouldn't mind you sticking around either.
You're not so bad yourself.
Hey, about Elgernon's dragon.
Yeah?
You have to do the final strike.
I know. Same deal as Weisshaupt.
Dragon that size means a lot of climbing. You gonna be okay?
You think I can't climb?
I don't know. Grey Wardens wear a lot of armor. The Lords of Fortune climb through old ruins all the time. I can show you some exercises.
I'll think about it.
Keep your stomach tight. Lock it in.
11.
Controlled! Don't bounce on the bottom.
12.
Hey! Do wardens not know what comes after 12? Get your ass up there! Yeah, Davrin. Move it like you mean it.
Don't start.
You're pulling yourself up an Archdemon's back. You think it's gonna let you rest because your arms are tired?
13.
Keep going! Archdemon's eating a bunch of griffin babies while you wait!
Hey! 14.
Get your ass up there! Don't kick your legs like a nug! Come on!
15.
Nice!
16 would be showing off.
The form could use some work, you know? You probably want to tighten up the legs. Didn't see you up there.
You caught the tail end of this, Rook. I need to get ready for an Archdemon. Tosh was happy to provide several sets worth of pain.
Now it's your turn. What have you got for me?
Payback. Final set's almost done. Slow descent and keep it going, just like before.
16?
This isn't a rest break. Don't lock your arms at the top.
17?
Just a few more. Looks like you need some help?
No! 18!
Then where's 19? Keep it strong.
That's what your mother said last night! 19! Do Lords of Fortune not know what comes after 19? Stop waving your little noodle arms and push yourself up! Sweaty!
There you go. Keep that up, we'll have you in heavy armor and a shield soon enough.
Thanks. Good workout. Hey, sorry for all the stuff I said about your mom.
She can take it. Whatever gets you through the last few.
Noodle arms?
Come on. Drinks are on me. If you can lift them.
My name is Eldrin. I'm going to teach you how to watch over the forest. Protect the creatures that live there. And learn when to stop interrupting me.
Eldrin, how's the training going?
Just a minute. Poachers are nearby. The Hulla are in trouble. Quick, to your positions. Go!
Ever tried gingerwort tea? I heard it's got some kick.
You're joking. Who in their right mind would drink that?
Yeah, who would?
No one I know.
Though I did hear worms are a big hit with griffons.
Worms? Who said that?
Mature. He's a wise old elf I once knew.
Right.
Looks like you met your match there, Eldrin.
They know none of this is real. Won't waste the effort.
You need to rouse the raptor in them.
That gives me an idea.
Wait, what's happening?
The Hala are in trouble. An Antam hunters nearby. Attack!
No.
Got it!
With your friend's assistance, we'll surely see flocks of griffons above Arlathan.
That's the plan.
Imagine it. A full flight of griffons across the sky.
Didn't think you'd get dewy-eyed over that.
Well, as a boy, I always admired a statue of wardens flying in the third blight.
What would young Emmrich make of a real-life griffon squawking at him?
Davrin, I was a most timid child.
The blight's retreating. The wardens won.
We work together.
Yeah. You stopped the blight eruption.
Evka said the blight reacted here.
It did, but the wardens were ready.
Looking good, Rook. That's for Weisshaupt. That's for the griffons.
Hey, what's going on?
Blowing off steam.
About what?
Nothing. Everything. You.
You're mad at me?
Of course not. Just thinking about what's coming. Except, yeah. Maybe I am. I don't know.
You better start making some sense.
The thing about being a Grey Warden, you don't get too attached.
We proved that wrong.
Maybe that's the problem. Any day could be your last. So you learn. Keep it casual. Don't make friends with your team. Don't start thinking about a griffin like he's your kid. And whatever you do, no matter what, don't even think about falling hard for your boss. Trouble is, it's too late. I already did.
Now you tell me.
Didn't mean to, but then you were all you.
That much I'm good at.
And I fell for you. And then?
You felt the urge to chop some more wood?
Oh. What if one of us doesn't come back? I actually let myself imagine the future. Our future. What we could be. And him too. Our half-bird, half-cat kid. I want all that.
Then make it happen. Save that energy for the fight.
You have to come back too.
See if I don't.
Now you got my hopes up. I swear, Rook, if you go out there and get yourself killed, I'm gonna...
Chop some more wood.
Oh.
Or we both come back and have some fun the good old-fashioned way.
You're on.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that.
Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antam army over there.
Doesn't change what we came to do. The gods will know we're here soon. And so will the Antam. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antam ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be blight farther up, Harding, and darkspawn.
I've fought them before, and I've got the stone on my side.
Lace, hold on.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us. and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanus will take Solas's dagger and ambush Ghilan'nain.
Elgernon's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that Archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Ghilan'nain first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgernon.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Harding.
Like you said back at the Lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
Tom! We sense intruders. The same mortals who defied us at Weisshaupt. A warden. Also an elf. Griffon bonded. A spite demon and its host. There are others. Find them, and bring me the griffon, intact.
Try it, and you got a war.
We have to hurry. The Antam will be looking everywhere after hearing that.
So few of you remain. Small.
Davrin?
Desperate.
Nev?
Fearful. For your transgressions, little Rook, you face a god alone.
Finish this!
Lucanus, I've got you!
Behold your current age! Fragile, aimless, lost! We're the only beings in this world who can cleanse and tame the blight. Use it to rebuild the old glories. You've done naught but destroy them.
You and Elgernon are trapped by the past, just like Solas. You had your chance, each one of you. We don't owe you a thing!
Whatever it takes.
No! We had such plans! Oh, good no!
You okay?
We've still got work to do. I can collapse when this is over.
Rook, we can get the word out to anyone who can still help us. In the meantime, you just need to rest. I'll come by your room in a bit to check on you, okay? You're back. It was touch and go there.
I had someone waiting for me.
As long as it took.
Seems to me we've got some unfinished business.
You read my mind.
Can you read mine?
It'll be fun finding out.
Yep. Just like I imagined.
Just warming up.
Oh, I'm warm. How did you do that?
Better question is, what else can I do?
Oof. Is this all just for show?
Only one way to find...
Whew.
Yeah.
I need a moment.
Me too. Tell me what you're thinking in the meanwhile.
Everything that's happened, everything we've seen. This is the happiest I've been in a long time.
Me too.
So all that worry about one of us not coming back,
Almost happened, but it didn't.
and that talk about our future, do you still mean it?
Of course I do. And the question is, what sort of future?
The fun is not knowing, going where life takes us.
The road less traveled. That's how I found you.
How about the road no one's traveled?
From here on out, it's pretty simple. Wherever you are, there I am.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm glad you were able to get some sleep last night.
Eventually,
I'm serious.
I do feel more rested.
Now that's what I want to hear. I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed myself harder. Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
She's a hero. Without her, Lucanus would never have gotten his shot at Ghilan'nain. And Bellara. If she hadn't gotten rid of those wards, we wouldn't have made it in time.
We'll get her back, whatever we do.
Damn right we will. And after that, we'll plan that future we talked about. Together.
There was no trace of you, Harding. You were just... gone. You didn't give up when I was lost. Because friends don't give up on each other. And if you're still out there, we will find you. Whatever it takes.
I sent my own messages to the wardens before you came back. Haven't heard from them.
Hope we do. It's going to be a pain to fight a blighted god with only 2 of us wardens.
Come on. They'll be carving statues of us in Lavendel after this. But in all seriousness, we left Lavendel a better place than when we found it. Efka and Antoine are leading the other wardens now. If they get your call, they'll be ready. I've been thinking about our oaths lately. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance.
In death, sacrifice.
Sometimes I think us Wardens focus too much on that last part. After we go to Minrathous and kill the last Archdemon in the world, I want to hear Evka and Antoine's thoughts on rebuilding the Order. We have to change, and I trust those two more than any officer you can name. Hassan missed you while you were gone.
Did he?
I kept finding him prowling around your room, or sleeping on your couch. At first I thought it was leftover food, but nope. He was trying to figure out where you'd gone.
Well, I'm here now, boy.
Whenever you're ready, Rook. I'll be right by your side.
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elgrenon today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
We're with you, Rook.
Elgrenon dies today.
Whatever it takes. Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elgrenon is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril. Emmrich, can we count on Mornwatch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Warden will be there. We follow Warden Rook today.
The Antivan crows are ready to pay their respects.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
The Veil Jumpers have been in this since the beginning, and will be there for the end.
We're in good shape, Rook. Real good. Balara's finally back with us. Solus doesn't know we're onto him. And we've gotten past Elgrenon's main forces. The tide's turning, and the hunt's almost done.
You make dealing with two gods and an archdemon sound easy.
We've gotten back up every time the gods bloodied us. And that was without our allies showing up. After this is all over, I'm going to visit Eldrin. See how Hassan's brothers and sisters are doing.
A visit from Uncle Davrin.
Gotta impress those balls of feathers while I'm still taller than they are. But listen, I wanted to say something. I'm glad we decided to see how we work together. Nothing in my life has ever felt as right as being with you, Das. I love you.
I love you too, Davrin.
Feels like my life didn't really start properly until we met. Never thought I'd meet someone who'd make me feel like that. But it did. You said you wanted the road less traveled. Seems like we've got it right here. All I care about is that I'm there with you.
Throne room's just ahead. Everybody ready?
Whenever you are.
By your side, Rook. You and I have got a future to plan together after this.
With Elgurnon and Ghilan'nain dead, and Solus off to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong, it looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a close.
The story of the Veilguard, a team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost. But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the blight so that the flowers can grow again.
At their heart, stories are about change.
Or the Griffons, finding a new home in Arlington, protecting a world that once thought them lost for good. There are stories of love.
But those stories aren't over. And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are today. And those whose stories will live on with us forever.